Alright, so we continue playing as Mr. Incredible. He's still at level 7. Probably should. For the next Toy Box adventure, Gladiator Arena. Players can use all their packs and tools to survive increasingly difficult waves of enemies in a gladiatorial arena setting. I believe. Oh, you could actually use the Cars characters on Castle of the Slingshot in Sumo, interestingly enough. How does that work? Maybe you're given like the chrome weapons if you play as a Cars character? I should probably check that later. But anyways, let's start the Gladiator Arena. I'm guessing this is like Sumo, to where it's like another endurance kind of adventure. However, the enemies you defeat will actually be tallied up this time. Or they were in the last adventure, but here it actually like determines your medals and your overall performance. Alright. It's kind of similar to the battle arena from the Mastery adventure. That's kind of funny. Alright, yeah. Survive as many enemy waves as possible. Use all your packs and tools to help you out. So if we survive 3 enemy waves, we get a gold medal. Alright. So. And yeah, they even have the Zerg ship ripped straight from the Toy Story 3 video game that I'm guessing spawns all the enemies. As we started off with the Agrabah guards. Ooh, I got it. We should have the Goose Shrinker. And, by the way, if you're in the Packs and Tools menu, enemies will not bother you. So if there's any, like, endurance-based adventures that utilize Packs and Tools, you could probably use this to your advantage. TNT, maybe? Let's use the Silent Warrior. Or, we'll have that in the quick swap. So yeah, let's shrink these guys. Because I think it makes them weaker, right? Either that or, like, either with health or with their attacks being weaker. This just might work, actually. Definitely makes the enemies less threatening, I do know that. You see, kids, stuff like this is why beating all the playsets is worth it. So you can get all these crazy packs and tools. And do stuff like this. I guess that's kind of the beauty of Disney Infinity overall. It's just how many different ways you can play it. Of course, if you have all the Toys to Life stuff, which I understand not everyone can. Even though these games did get released on PC, I believe. With everything unlocked right from the get-go, which is really cool. Or at least with all of the, like, you know, Toys to Life stuff available right from the get-go. With a, I believe, quote, virtual base, where you can just load up whatever character and power disc you want. Yeah, look at this guy. We still can't jump while we're grabbing them, though, which is really weird, even though they're shrunken. Does the Goose Shrinker actually do damage, though? I don't think it does. Okay. Maybe I should change things up here. We have the Elastahand. Let's see. Glow Urchin. That would be funny. It even swells up the metallic Omnidroids. However that works. Even the Zerg bots. Now, I forget if these do damage. They do, okay. I think. Well, at least the Omnidroid is damaging enemies for us. Yes, they do damage. Okay. Or they do deal damage. Kind of weird how I phrased it, but whatever. So yeah, isn't that funny? Let's see how the paintball gun goes. Alright. That takes care of the first wave. And according to the game's description, each wave gets harder and harder, so we might have to kind of step up our game here. Kind of start taking this seriously, you know? Make sure we don't lose any health, no matter what we do. Maybe we can attack the ship itself. Or not. Alright. Also, I don't know if the same music plays in this adventure for every character. I'm pretty sure it does. I know the Skydome's different depending on your character. I don't know what the music is, but I do know if you're playing as Mr. Incredible at the very least. I don't know about other characters. Oh shoot. I do know that one of the tracks from the Incredible score, Saving Metroville, which plays during the final climax of the film against the giant Omnidroid in the city. You know the scene. That plays during this adventure, which actually is the song that plays if you have the Metroville sky chosen for any Toy Box world. Because in this game, each sky backdrop for the Toy Box mode has their own unique music track that plays. Or at least I believe it is unique for every sky. Yeah, it is. I do know that that is not the case for the Wii version. Some skies actually share songs. Doesn't matter how out of place some of them can be. Alright, it looks like this paintball gun's probably going to be our best bet. Look at this thing. Okay, never mind. I think I've told those stories about paintball previously in this playthrough, so no need to mention those again. Great. Also, I believe if you run out of health at any point, the adventure will be over. So yeah, that's kind of why I said before to keep our health at its top no matter what. Let's see if there's any other packs we can use. Crow wing pack? Can we just fly out of here? Or is there an invisible ceiling? There is an invisible ceiling. Dang it. Okay, well at least I tried. Yeah. Oh well. I kind of didn't expect us to be able to just escape this place at any time we want. Alright. Do your work, Silent Warrior. Alright, there we go. Straight shooter. We got a feat. Let's see what that's about. Shoot 5 enemies in under 5 seconds. Dang, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Also kind of interesting that there are 2 feats that have very similar names. Straight Shootin' and Straight Shooter. I guess that tells us one of either 2 things. Either 1, there are just that many feats where they started running out of names. Or 2, they just kind of got lazy with the feat names. Or both, if you look at it a certain way. Uh-oh. There we go. Woo! Alright, we got a silver medal. Survival round. Alright. So I guess it means like it's all or nothing, maybe, by the term survival round. Right. I'm still trying to think of stuff to talk about because I don't know if I can tell stories about what exactly was going on when I first played this Toy Box Adventure on the Wii version of Disney Infinity because it might be a little too personal. Because I do remember it, but yeah, like I said, it's probably a little too personal what was going on. Probably shouldn't talk about that. Alright, but yeah, it looks like from the looks of it, there's probably not going to be any new enemies introduced in these ways. Just taking out the same enemies over and over again until you get tired of them, but by that point, it's already over. Well, even then, I'm already starting to get tired of the same 3 enemies popping up over and over again. Just Tangled Guards, Zerg Bots, and Agrabah Guards. Jeez. Okay. For a second, I thought the crowd members were disappearing as I got far away from them, but no. Okay, also interesting that these Zerg bots actually change their size after they're spawned in. That might be the same way in the Toy Story playset. But yeah, look at that. They start out as a normal Zerg bot and then shrink down to a small one. Same is probably the case for the large Zerg bots, to where they start out as a normal one, but then size up. I guess because they're technically all the same enemy, but just like either shrunken or grown with the goo. I don't know, that might be what it is. Alright, thank you, thank you. Oh god, there's more. Alright. This might be a bit easier with friends, although I'm sure there's still, like, you know, rewarded medals even if you do these in multiplayer. But it probably would be a lot easier because, you know, you get twice the damage dealt on enemies, you know, with 2 people doing, or 2 people attacking enemies. But whatever. As long as we got the paintball gun on our side, we should be good, even by my lonesome. Even for, yeah. Even by myself. I don't get it. It's the final wave, and all they're bringing out are small Zerg bots. Like, are these supposed to be menacing? Like, why not bring out the large Zerg bots? That would make a lot more sense. Here we go. Now we're talking. We got one giant tank Omnidroid. Alright, now this is more like it. Still no match for my paintball gun. And it's still going. Holy crap. It just never ends. Okay. Apparently my paintball gun caused the Omnidroid to stop flying in midair. That's pretty funny, isn't it? Okay, now things are starting to get a little tough. Come on. Oh shoot, the rolling's working! I'm getting my health back. Alright, now you, get out of here. Uh-oh, now I got Rhino Guards. The one specifically from Robin Hood. Again, an interesting pick for an enemy. Again, also kind of debatable for whether you call that a deep-cut Disney reference. Because, you know, it's still one of, you know, the main-line Walt Disney Animation Studios films. But it's also one of their less talked-about ones. But I guess, like Emperor's New Groove, it kind of has gained a cult following over the years. It's where a lot more people appreciate it now. Despite it, you know, one of the first films Disney released after Walt's death. So, yeah. And who knows, it might have been one of the main factors for spawning furry culture, who knows. But, that's just rumors. It's been a long time since I've seen Robin Hood. So, don't really remember a lot of what happens in there. I do remember the villain, Prince John. Remember him being a pretty memorable villain. I mean, why else would I remember him in general? But, well, I remember him being like a fun villain, you know. And of course, I think a lot of people know the film for, again, kind of coming out during Disney's dark ages where they didn't know what to do after Walt's death. And one of the weird things about the film was it reused animation from old Disney films. And there we go. We got an achievement. And there we go. We got the gold medal, finally. However, it does not tell us our time. We defeated 122 enemies, though. We also got Star Hunter. Get 18 stars from adventures. Cool. So I guess pretty much just fully complete 6 Toy Box adventures. We collected 442 sparks out of that. Cool. Dang, that was a trip. Now I guess we get to stare at Archie the Scare Pig. And now Rapunzel. Beating up one of the rhino guards that I just talked about. Wow. Speak of the devil.
Save your progress at any time using either the pause menu or the hub.
By the way, I put on some power discs now. With both the Chrome power discs. Based on Cars 2, of course. One of them being a Wave 1 power disc, and the other being a store-exclusive power disc. I might have shown this combo before, but I don't know, man. I really just want to get some sparks. Because I kind of want to move on from Mr. Incredible. You know, considering he's one of the starter pack characters. He's probably one of the most seen characters for this game. I want to get as much footage as I can for the other characters. So, anyways. Next adventure is Dome Defense. Help! Stop the Disney Infinity enemies from smashing through the snow globes and taking the townspeople inside. Use their packs and tools to keep them safe. Alright. So I guess we're dealing with snow globes once again after we already took care of the Mr. Incredible the Hero adventure. But I think this one's a little more different. Also, yeah, for this adventure, the terrain also changes depending on your character. Oh, God. I'm recording this in, like, July of 2023, by the way, so you're probably going to hear fireworks outside. And knowing this mic, it is going to pick them up. Yep, it does. Wow. I swear this mic picks up friggin' everything. I gotta get a new one. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Protect the domes from your enemies as long as you can. One destroyed dome ends the adventure. Your packs and tools will be useful. So if we survive 6 enemy waves, we could get the gold medal. So, yeah. Alright, so, yeah, rather than actually breaking the domes, like in Mr. Incredible the Hero, we actually have to protect them. And once again, it'll show us how many hit points they have. Although, Okay, they still go after the safety domes, even if we're in the packs and tools menu.
Attack!
Yeah, okay. Right, get out of here. Uh-oh. Because, you know, it'll only... Going to the packs and tools menu will only help if the enemies are specifically going after you, which in this case, they are not. And also, we have these all these different tower forts over here. Uh-oh, it's already taken 5 hits. Now 6. Alright. There will be a beacon at each fort that'll indicate which one is spawning enemies. Now, I don't think multiple tower forts can be active at once. So, yeah. Uh-oh. I hear them. You know what? We should probably use the jetpack so we can get around easier, or easily. Also, what's interesting is that in the toy box mode, enemies will actually make like the hurt sounds that like the normal townspeople will make. I always found that super strange. And I believe this is the only Disney Infinity game where that happens. I guess they soon found out how weird that is and got rid of it in later installments. But yeah, having, you know, these robotic Omnidroids make like somewhat human grunts is really strange. Alright, let's see. Oh, I hear them. Yeah, see how much easier that is? We even got a bronze medal. Because I believe we survived the first wave. At least I think. Okay, I actually somewhat lied to you guys. I'm actually recording this on June 30th, 2023. Yeah, people are already shooting freaking fireworks before July even starts. Jeez. Is waiting that hard? I guess it is, apparently. We now have different enemies now with the ranged Omnidroids, which will probably be an even bigger pain to deal with because, of course, they have ranged attacks with their missile. Come on, that wasn't even. I don't think anything even. Wait. Okay, no, we can't attack our own domes. Thank goodness. Okay. I got really worried there. It was like, did my paintball projectile damage the dome? It did not. It's just apparently an Omnidroid running into it from knockback can damage it. So, I guess I shouldn't attack them while they're close to the dome. So yeah, that's kind of why I guess you could call it spawn camping is effective. Of pretty much going to exactly where they spawn and destroying them there. Alright, third wave. Although, is this the third wave, or does it indicate that we've cleared 3 waves? I don't know. Because I believe that's like tracking which medals we get. Because like, I believe clearing 4 waves will give you the silver medal. So I guess this is the 4th wave, in that we've cleared 3. Over there. Okay. So I guess Mr. Incredible can finally fly now. Become a real super. And look, he doesn't even have doesn't even need a cape for it. It's great. So we could still follow the no capes rule. Your protect domes are under attack. I see that, game. Alright, so I guess there's like not a specific amount of enemies for a wave. It's just, it'll keep on spawning them until the timer runs out. Like that. And there we go, we got the silver medal. Just 2 more waves. Alright, here we go. Now, these tower forts that we see can technically be spawned in the toy box mode. They look a little more different because I believe they have like terrain under them when you place them. And what is cool is that you can't actually change the texture of the terrain like other terrain blocks in this game, which is something that I don't think I've explained yet, is the different... We have unlocked other terrain textures in the playsets and stuff, but yeah, with terrain blocks you can change their how they look in the toy box mode, like with this Incredibles themed terrain, which is pretty much the Metroville cityscape terrain that we unlocked in the Incredibles playset. Each terrain theme also unlocks an assortment of plants that can be placed, such as these Metroville themed trees over here. I believe are similar to the ones we saw in the Incredibles playset. Alright, hold on one second. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, just one more wave after this one. So yeah, this was honestly one of the, in my opinion at least, probably one of the more forgettable toy box adventures in this game. Because it's just kind of a, just like a, what would you call it? Just kind of a big bunch of nothing, I guess, or like a big sack of nothing. I don't know how you word it, but it's just not interesting because all you're doing, it's pretty much just your typical tower defense minigame. You know, you gotta protect the towers and defend them from the Omnidroids. From, you know, 2 different enemy types, where you could pretty much just go up to their base and shoot them down over and over and over again. I can't imagine this being that fun in multiplayer either, or at least that much more fun than it is here. Because, who knows, maybe they do ramp up the difficulty depending on how many players you have, to where maybe with 4 players it might actually be interesting. To where there'll be like multiple different bases active and stuff. That would be cool, but I don't know if that's actually the case. It's definitely not interesting with 1 player, with 1 base being active at a time, so just find the base and just shoot everything down. It's really, really repetitive. This is probably why I don't replay this one that often, especially as much as something like Sumo. I guess it really goes to show how, I guess how not really fleshed out the combat is in this game. I mean, it works, it gets the job done, but like, they don't do a lot to make it actually interesting. Unlike Disney Infinity's sequels, to where they do add more to the combat to make it more fleshed out. And there we go, we won. We even leveled up. Right. So yeah, the game just ends after 6 waves. Defeated 131 enemies and collected 477 sparks from enemies. Cool.